Everybody's getting fly, gotta dress up. And parents.
What's up, you guys? What's going on, Facebook? What's going on, world? Hey, Nick here. Just wanted to stop through real quick. It is a wonderful Wednesday morning. I think it's Wednesday. I just don't know anymore. It's been so cold. It's about, let's see if we can turn this around. Show y'all. In my car right now, so just bear with me. See that? 34 degrees in the DMV right now. And it's crazy. I mean, for this to be, let me just put it back around here. For this to be considered warmer, I mean, I know literally it is, but it's actually pretty cool outside. It's been ungodly temperatures in the last, I don't even know, week, 2 weeks. Every minute it feels like 5 years, because especially when you don't want to be in this kind of weather. But yeah, I'm actually nice and toasty in my car right now, and yeah, thank God for some heat. If you don't got heat in your car, I just pray God, just continue to move on your ACs, on your heating and AC's behalf, and that you get some heat in your life. Because honestly, yeah, it's been that kind of last month. Even with New Year's, it was, I kid you not, like zero. What? Zero. Real talk. That's like craziness. And I'm an island boy, as most of y'all know. I It's so crazy, man. But as much as I would love to be back in South Florida, as much as I would love to be in the all the time warmer temperatures, it's just not happening. Mostly because I love my wife, and because I love my wife, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Just know I love my wife. But yeah, so what I really jumped on to let you guys know, shout out to Mike P in the house. What up, man? What's going on, man? I see you guys out there doing some big things. I continue plugging at it, brother. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the fastest rising people in the Strength and Honor team in Primerica. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. What I really want to jump on here and talk about really quick, I'm not going to stay too long. I know we got to get back to work, get this thing going. So, I just dropped my daughter off, and my wife off to work and school. So, doing the morning thing, and happened to go to 7-Eleven to pick up some breakfast and stuff like that. And walking out of the 7-Eleven, something occurred to me, and I was looking at, I don't know if y'all can see this. For a while now, a little bit over a year, I've been doing Lyft, and I can't reach back there right now, but been also doing Uber, just to supplement income. There's no such thing as extra money. So even if you are, doing whatever you need to be doing, whether you're working a job or whether you're trying to build a business, there's no such thing as extra money. So, for the last year and a half, I think it was, almost 2 years now, I've been doing Uber and Lyft spare time. And as I continue to grow and continue to learn and move forward in business, and kind of get to the next level income wise, it occurred to me that you sacrifice your time doing something. If you're spending most of your time, when you talk about I'm talking about the cash flow quadrant. If you talk about going from being an employee even to being self-employed, you're still trading time for money. And within the last, I would say, 8 months to a year, it really started to ring into my mind about trading time for money. And even as somebody that's self-employed, because if you're the only one doing what you're doing to make money in your business, then you're still self-employed and you're still trading time for money. And the goal is to become a business owner and to become an investor, to get to the other side of the quadrant, basically, so that you can have money working for you. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. So, what I'm saying, what I'm basically getting at is the fact that it really been resonate with me over the last year or so, to spend more time, building instead of trading time for money. And, that's why I kind of stopped driving too. And added to the fact that, even though Uber and Lyft are still, rideshare is still, a pretty decent opportunity for those of you and those of us who, need some quick cash or whatever it is, even though it's still a good opportunity, I've been trying to motivate myself to get back in the car, and I just can't, basically because of that principle of trading time for money. And what it really made me realize walking out of the 7-Eleven was that it's so important to get to the place where you have begun to make things, make the things that you do, spend more time, getting towards that side of where you're not trading time for money. And I ended up talking to this guy, and he just introduced himself and things like that to me, and just on a hey, good morning kind of thing. And me, I'm an outgoing person. I started talking to him, and he happened to tell me that he happened to ask me, sorry, if I was driving for Lyft anymore, and I said, yeah, I do from time to time, but honestly, the motivation just isn't there to just go out and drive, even though I love to go driving. I'm saying, I love to go driving, but the motivation is not there because it's just not turning around. So, basically he was like, he about to get out there right now and start driving and things like that, and obviously he's been doing it for almost the same amount of time as I have, maybe a little bit less, but just that interaction just taught me about always being on, always being, ready, always being, always be promoting, always be closing, always be, when you work for yourself and you own a business, what I'm saying, because you don't have, thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars to dedicate to marketing, where you have a marketing campaign, that you have radio and TV ads that are constantly running. What I'm saying, most billion-dollar corporations, they have commercials running all day, sporadically throughout the day. But since you don't have that as a business owner, especially starting out, the lesson that needs to be learned, and I learned this in Primerica too, is that you have to get to the point where you can turn every single conversation into an opportunity to present your business in some sort of way. I'm not saying that you beat people over the head with what you're doing and presenting your business and stuff like that, but you always find a way to be on, and be on in a way that you plan to see. And what I literally did was, like, I told him why I don't drive as much, and the motivation is not necessarily there. I'm not trying to dissuade him, but I'm just telling him why I made the transition to try to drive less, still earn more with both of those opportunities. Because if any of you watching this know about Uber, know about Lyft, know that, or drive, or know somebody that drives for Lyft or Uber, they have what is a referral program. And basically, anytime someone signs up, the driver that referred them gets a commission off of it. I mean, that's just insane. But, that's what happens. So I told him that I spent more time referring people to driving than actually driving myself, even though I love it. But, you that right in itself, by me telling him that, it planted a seed. And if he wasn't thinking about not trading time for money so much, he is definitely thinking about it now. So, that's what I wanted to tell you guys, is that whether you're just starting in business, whether you're just trying to build something, whether you're just, or you're looking to do something, you're looking to get to the next level, you're looking to make money from home, you're looking to, get into a business opportunity, always remember that in order to to truly be successful, the most successful people that I've come across in any business, they are always closing. They are always on. They are always planting seeds in the people that they walk into to move their opportunity forward. So, and this stint with marketing and stuff like that, like one of the crazy things that I've been learning is that you just have to, it's about branding and becoming a brand. And just to say that you're not just promoting one thing, because I see a lot of people out there, they get involved in something, like in my experience in Primerica. I mean, I see people, they're gung-ho and they're excited about joining Primerica, they're excited about joining whatever business, and 2 weeks later, because it doesn't turn over, like they were told it was supposed to turn over, as far as producing income for them, that they're satisfied with, they jump onto another business, and they gotta learn, they don't understand that they gotta learn another business over again. And they don't, and when you really ask them about what they did, what they didn't do, the things that they needed to do or not do, they actually didn't talk to anybody. How are you supposed in an opportunity that it makes you money to promote your business? How do you make money if you don't open your mouth? That's what I don't understand. And even in any opportunity that I'm in, regardless, of what you guys know, if you've been on my blog page, if you've been following my Freedom Friday posts, if you've been tuning in, you know that, I've been a part of several different opportunities, several different businesses, and in every single one of them, whether it be MCA, whether it be Primerica, whether it be prepaid legal, whether it be a referral, any referral program, if you do not open your mouth, you can't expect to make money. And in any business where you provide a product or service, you have to open your mouth. You can't expect things to just happen, because it could be the best product on earth. It could be the most helpful service on the planet, but if people never hear you talking about it, you can't expect to make money from it. And that's just real talk. You can't expect to make any money doing anything in any opportunity if you don't tell people. And not to knock anybody that is or is not doing this. I'm sorry, my head's kind of cold. Not to knock anybody that's doing this, but people, it's important to develop a system, and people have systems and funnels and all these different things and all these different infrastructure that you put together to move people, drive traffic into your business. And that's important, whether you're promoting life insurance or you're promoting a referral program, or you're an affiliate, or whatever it is. It's important to build a funnel. It's important to get people from sitting and watching whatever they're watching, or doing whatever they're doing, viewing your business opportunity, learning about your business opportunity, them getting interested in your opportunity, and them actually participating or buying or whatever it is that you want the end result to be. There has to be that process, and that may be true. And there's a whole lot of processes that that have to be involved, for lack of a better way of putting it, into getting your business forward. But if you don't even open your mouth, if you don't send that text message, if you don't make that phone call, if you don't send that email, if you don't post that Facebook post, and let people know that this is what you do and this is how you do it, and more importantly, this is how it can help them. If you don't do that, you can't expect to make money. And that's the mindset that most people coming from the corporate world, coming from an employee mindset, that's what and notice I said mindset. I'm not bashing employees, because there has to be employees. Not everybody can be a business owner. Not every opportunity is for everybody. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about a mindset. It's the same as talking about not having money and having a broke mindset. If you have a broke mindset, it doesn't matter if you get $1 million tomorrow, if you come into $1 million tomorrow. If you have a broke mindset, you will be broke all the way through it. The money will flow through your hands like sand. It will disappear in no time at all, because your mind isn't right. Your mind wasn't prepared. Your character is not properly built to handle $1 million. So, and that's the thing that I love about God, because God is about preparing you before he bless you. And a lot of us, including myself, we do so many things and struggle so hard to work so hard to get to a goal, whether you're building a business or not, getting to the next level income-wise. And God is preparing you. And that's probably the reason why we're not there yet where we want to be or where we would like to be, because we're not the right person yet. See, one of my favorite quotes from one of my mentors in business, Brett Burks, he says, it's not enough to be in the right place at the right time, because you're already in the right place at the right time. If you live in no offense to any other country in the world, but if you live in the United States of America, if this is where you are in the right place at the right time. But you have to be the right person in the right place at the right time. And how you become a better person, you self-improve, you read, if you don't like to read, watch videos, watch motivational content. Fill your mind. The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So, which means the stuff that you put in you is what will flow out naturally. So you put positive in, you get positive out. So if you train your mind to understand that you have to be completely sold out to the idea of promoting your business, promoting your opportunity, promoting whatever it is, as much as you need to know and stuff that has a lot to do with the actual process, the nuts and bolts and things like that. Practicing, perfect practice makes perfect, and all that kind of stuff. Getting the material down, getting what you need to know done, and things like that. Before all that, the mindset is everybody has to know what it is you do. Everybody has to know, and how everybody knows is everywhere you go, everything you do, I used to joke with a couple of friends of mine. I can turn any conversation into a conversation about the need for life insurance. That's just being real. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to be all conceited and cocky, but I can, because of the fact that I know what to listen for. I know what to look for. And I pay attention to people. You can't just be out there shopping or going to the movies or going to wherever and be oblivious, especially when you're around people and especially when people introduce themselves to you. I mean, I guess, my, being involved in stuff like that and just being around people in Primerica, you can't help when you do something and when you're around a certain mindset for an extended period of time, you can't help but adopt the habits. And it is, I forgot who said it. You are the five people you closely associate with. So I mean, when you associate yourself with people that can literally snatch the need for opportunity out of the thin air. And I mean, I mentioned Mike Pena in the beginning of this broadcast, and I shouted him out earlier, and he doesn't notice I didn't say I was gonna say this, but to me, watching him over the years, he is one of those individuals that can literally snatch the need for opportunity out of the thin air and basically turn that into a way to give someone the opportunity, to give someone the chance to be able to do something better, to make income for themselves, and that's just amazing. And being around that mindset is what basically was ingrained in me. And just realizing that today, I had to come on here and share that with you guys because it's so important. Because in today's day, you know, yes, and again, I'm not bashing having, or not having, but because I just don't like that. But being an employee, I'm not bashing that because there's people out there, they love their job, they love what they do, they believe that God placed them there for a purpose, and things like that. If that's where God has you in whatever you do, that's awesome. I'm not bashing you. What I'm saying is that, people are looking to make extra money, people are looking to make extra income, you know, and honestly, I've watched people. I mean, specifically, like I can literally go up to them, and they know who I am. I know who they are. We've had conversations on a deeper level, and what I'm saying, I could call them up, and say, hey, how you doing? I've known people that went from zero to they make over $100,000 a year. I know people like that built a business, that built something that took them from zero, not having anything, to making over $100,000 a year. And it's just real talk. I mentioned one of my mentors earlier, Brett Burks. He used to tell the story all the time about him, where he came from and things like that. And, just in in telling his story, it just always, every time he told it, it was like he was telling it again, because he talked about being a 23-year-old kid living in his mom's basement, and just not having a car, not having much money and things like that. And now he is one of the most successful people that I know. And even a guy up here in Northern Virginia, he talks about talks about his story and so that, coming from engineering, coming from the background that he came from, that he thought he was doing it. He thought he was on the track, like, there's nothing much else he could to do to be better. But then he found out that he was literally hitting a glass ceiling, and that he had to do something better. And right at that time, somebody presented him with an opportunity, and he took that opportunity, and now he makes over 60 grand a month, hands off. wouldn't you like to be able to say something like that? But you don't get to that point if you don't open your mouth. You don't get to that point if you don't tell anybody about your business opportunity. If you don't tell anybody that how they can save money, how they can make more money, how they can get to the next level, how they can be healthy, how they can be whatever your opportunity is, whatever your deal is. You don't get to that point until you realize that you always have to be on. And the sooner we realize that, the better off we'll be, especially for those of us that want to get to the next level, and already looking for stuff like that. Like I said before, people have systems and they have all kinds of different trainings and stuff like that, but tell your story wherever you go, whatever you do. If you get an opportunity and someone asks you, what do you do? Don't just be like, well, begin to talk to them about your story, and just keep it simple, keep it short, keep it simple, and do what you need to do to tell people what you've been through, what you've experienced, how it's changed your life, and why you go out there every day and you continue to do what it is you're doing. Because, like I was posting in one of the groups I'm involved in, people don't buy products and services. They buy the people presenting it and sharing it to them. So understand that even presenting an opportunity, it's not about the product or service. It's about you. It starts with you and what you do and how you take it to the next level. Another thing I just want to leave you guys with before I go, and this is something that I had to learn too, and I'm still learning. It's a process. That building a brand, I mentioned that earlier, is not just about putting out content and putting out good content and leaving good nuggets, but you have to realize people are watching you. A guy said to not to me, but he was talking, he was doing a live, and he was saying that people that don't join your business, especially when you make yourself visible online, people are watching you, especially those people that haven't joined your business yet, have been thinking about joining your business because you presented it to them and they still seem unsure, they still seem indecisive. Is because they're watching you. They might not say that to you, but they're watching you. They're watching your progress. They're watching if you complain. They're watching if you gripe about hard times, if you gripe about this, gripe about that, if you have a negative mindset. And one of the things that really touched me a couple of years back is when I first presented an opportunity to somebody close to me, they did not receive it whatsoever. And it was so much so that they were like, "Oh, that's a scam." I'm not gonna do that. If you want to do that, you go ahead and get scammed. But I don't want to get scammed, so I'm not either. It was that type of reaction. And a couple years later, he calls me up and he goes, "Bro, like seriously, I want to tell you that I respect you for sticking to what it is that you've been doing, because you've been doing that for a number of years, and I thank you so much for just ignoring my negativity and things like that." And then the conversation turned into, how can I participate in your opportunity? How can I get involved in what you're doing? And how can I become a client? And it took him a couple of years, but he came around. And that's the thing. A lot of people have that story, so we gotta learn from that. Is that you gotta protect your brand, and that's just the bonus point. This wasn't my intention to come on here and make this like an official deal. I just wanted to hop on here and share that with you because God put that on my heart to share with you guys. So I know it's about 9:30, so I'm gonna jump off of here and get this thing going, get my day started and things like that. But I wanted to make sure that I did what God put on my heart to do, which was to share it with you guys. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in live right now. Rebecca Harrington, Elizabeth Terry, thank you so much. Dwayne Foreman, DJ, Daryl King, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate all the support that you guys give whenever I go live. I thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I pray that God gives you a blessed and fruitful day, a productive day, so that you spend your time getting close to Him and moving your business to the next level. All right, until next time. Oh, don't forget, if you don't know already, if you haven't tuned in, tune in this Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Freedom Fridays are coming at you live. So make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you go ahead and participate and get the knowledge, get to the next level, and I'll see you at the top. All right, love you guys, live life, love God. See you when I see you.